Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be working on this cross. This was the cross I poured last week, part 1. So today I'm going to be working on part 2, and I think I have an idea as to how to fix this. So stay with me. I'll be right back. Hello everyone, this is Billie. Welcome to Billie Holman Creations. Now, this is part 2 of last week's cross project, and I was able to get all the parts out of the inside of the rose and the leaves. Now, it took a little heating up, X-Acto knife, trimming, took a bit of it was fussy work, but it worked out great. I've got that all done. Now, let me show you initially what this mold was supposed to look like with one pour and without anything in it. So that would be the actual style of the cross, and it's beautiful that way. But of course, I went a little extreme and ruined it. So let me show you what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to put this in a frame. I did dig out this big frame. It's an old frame with quite an old picture in it. Look at this. Remember the old Sears portraits? Well, there you go. That's me and my little son. He was 3 years old. So this is an old picture. You can see how it's, well, I guess it was tinted that way, but it's pretty old. Oh, gosh, I didn't have any wrinkles then. Look at that. Anyway, that's my boy Willie. So let's take the picture out of the frame and clean it up a bit. But I'm going to cut off this wire. This is like a nasty old, can you see me? I'm way over here. It's got eye hooks in the back, which will be great. We're just going to replace this wire because it's pretty dusty and dirty looking, actually. Let's get rid of that. I'm not sure what color to paint the frame. Okay, well, let me tell you what I did try. I did try to paint stained glass on this piece of glass, but it was too much. It was too busy. It completely took away from the cross. So I went outside and I looked for barnwood, but I don't have a piece of barnwood this wide, and I didn't want to piece two together, do all that gluing and sanding and whatnot. So I was kind of at my wit's end thinking, what in heaven's name can I use for a background? Well, I have an old book, which is a wallpaper sampler book, and this is the calmest, should I say, I guess it's like a bamboo, that I thought would look very pretty on the background, and then with the cross and the roses and the leaves inside, it would be a great focal point with this as a background. So what I'm going to do, because I had the perfect size to cover this glass, like I said, that's a big piece of glass. So went through the book, found this paper. I'm going to go outside because you don't want to use this in the house, but this is Loctite spray adhesive, and it does work with paper and glass. So I'm going to go outside, very carefully spray the glass and put this paper down, and cross your fingers for me that I can do it without a bunch of wrinkles, and make sure I do a good job. This is fast. You have to work very fast using this spray. I'm not going to spray the whole piece because by the time I get to one side, it'll be dry. So I'm just going to start at the end, and I'm going to use this cut piece because it's quite square on the one side, and I'm just going to do the bottom section here of the glass, put this in place, then, you know, lift it a little bit and spray underneath, and hopefully with my brayer and my little Cricut thing, I can get this on good. So I'm going to go outside and do that. I don't think you need to watch me do it, or I could bring the camera outside and then we could see how easy it is. Well, maybe I'll just do that. So let me get everything outside and ready to go, and we'll put this paper down. Well, here we are. I'm outside on my old picnic table, and between me and barking dogs, I might have to mute this. There's a bunch of dogs running around today. So you move this. Like I said, I am just going to start. There's your glass edge. I'm just going to try very carefully to just spray a little bit on this edge. So here we go. Cross your fingers. Whoops. If I can see the edge of the glass, let's get this down. It sticks pretty good. Just get that edge to that edge. Like so. I think that's pretty straight. Otherwise, you have to really move. It's a little crooked on that edge, but I think I'm okay. All right, I'm just going to do a little at a time. Because I've tried a big piece once, doing it, you know, all at one time, and it's darn near impossible. I want to get glue on the outside, and I just did. Oh, that's sticking there already. Let me move everything out of the way. This has to stay really well because I'm going to glue the cross on that. Oh, Billy. I was anticipating a problem. There we go. It's down, I believe. It's down to the newspaper. I wasn't sure if this sample paper had glue on it already or not, but I'm going to let this dry. I'll take it in the house. Let this dry, come back, and we need to see what we're going to do with the frame. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back in my craft room. I braided it down, rolled it down real good. It's pretty intact. I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife with a new blade, go along the edges and cut this excess off, like so. Be in pretty good shape, and put this somewhere safe. Let's get this off. A little overhang there. Got it. Okay, now, pardon that light, that's my ceiling light. Let me put this up and I'll get the frame. Okay, I was looking through my paint and I'm tempted to go out and spray paint this red, but I would leave this gold trim. I think that's something we could do. Save that. Possibly go red. I don't have a lighter brown paint. Don't want to go white, but I think with a red frame it would bring out those flowers in the cross. So this frame is pretty old. It's a bit weathered. I'll take a little bit of sandpaper and just rough that up a little. The only drawback with the spray paint is it's not that warm outside, but I've done it, I've done it in worse conditions. So let me just make sure those edges are tight. I'm going to take some painter's tape and I am going to cover up this gold. I need a straight edge there. I'm just going to go to the very end, start here, and we're going to save that gold. So if I can get just as close as I can. Wish I had a thinner piece, but that's okay. Painter's tape is your friend with resin, that's for sure. Oh, real close. Came right up. Good guess. I'm just going to fold that down out of the way. And I'll do all, whoops. This one, I'm going to have to make a little nip in that corner so it folds. Get you right down in that corner. Why did it move? It moved when I pulled it down. Let's try again. Get it up close. I'll just tear that extra piece off so it stays. Whoops, that does not want to stay there. Come on. Do your job here. Your painter's tape. That's what you're supposed to be used for. Unless I paint this red by hand. I don't want to do that. But you could. Maybe I'll just have to leave that setting upright. So, right up into that corner. Get it down. Oh, I can see it. I should have been looking the other way. Let me turn it around so I can see a little better. From that angle, it looked like I was right up there. I thought about gold leafing this frame too, but I think that would be too busy. Okay. Whoops. Might get a little red on that. It doesn't want to go close. Maybe it's crooked. That's a possibility too. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to tape it. I'm going to go outside and spray paint it. Okay. Let that dry and we'll get back to the cross. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Well, the red will take a couple of coats of paint, but it's drying outside. And when I went to sand it, the actual frame has a veneer on it, so I was sanding off a little bit of veneer, so that will show, but no matter, because I do claim to recycle and reuse. So let's get this cross down. I want to center it, and I want to center it the best I can with these, you know, the lines of the pattern. So first of all, I don't have the right ruler. It's in my bedroom. Goodness sakes, Billy, let me go get it. Okay, try to be prepared. Anyway, I'm going to find the center over here at the top and put a little mark on this frame. That's 12 inches wide, so we're going to go 6 at the center. Let me just take a little pencil mark. Go right there. That's going to go, oh, that's a pin. Anyway, that's going to go under the frame. So let's go to the other side here. Another 6 inches right here. And I want to see if eyeballing the tips will look okay. Looks pretty good. Let's see how much we have on the side. From that tip, that is, oh gosh, let's make it 1.5. I think that's shorter over there. Let's pull this over. Make that 1.5. That pulled away from my tip. Oh gosh, I have something in the way here. Got a turntable right in front of me. Close to 1.5 anyway. Mark this to the middle again. Well, the mold apparently is crooked, but we're close. We're very close. If I go that way, let's see what we have. Just over 1.5. That ruler's too long. And just over 1.5. So I think we're good there. I'm just going to put, if my pen will reach in there, little marks on these holes in the cross. Now, these holes are crooked, but we're going to fix that. We'll cover them up and make them look like they're not so crooked. And I'm going to use my E6000, I believe. Gives me a little more work time to get this down. And basically, I'm just going to go on the thick parts and maybe a daub in the middle here. So let me get this out. Oh, I need pliers to undo that. Where's my big pliers? It's kind of stuck. The little pliers, just loosen this cap. Okay, come on, there we go. All right. Try not to make a mess on the paper, Billy. Let's get some of this down. Hope to goodness it holds. That's got to go on the tip because there's a bit of an indent where the resin settled in there. If I put a big enough glob, hopefully if it comes through on the paper I can wipe it off. I'm hoping. Let's just get some in there. Go right down the middle. I don't think I'm going to bother spreading it with a stick, but I've got to hurry. Let's go over here. It's a bit stringy. I don't think hot glue would have worked. Getting these little dealies. I want this to hold. Let's get, these are, oh, I just stuck my finger in that. Maybe spread that a little bit or glob out. Maybe a little here. This one maybe. And in the center. All right, let's see. That'll do the trick. Got glue on my fingers. It wipes off pretty easily. So let's turn this over. If I can hold on to the center, I'm going to try to eyeball where I mark those holes. If we go to the top, where are you? I'm trying to see. Well, there's the tip. I can, oh, where are you? Look underneath. I must not have marked that one very good. Scoot that over to the tip of that 1/2 inch. I didn't even think about how far from the bottom we are, but I think we'll be okay. That one's over there. Scoot it just a skosh. What's this one look like? Oh, Billy. Here we go. That tip is there. I can move it a little bit, which is good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Put her down. You know, and there's some marks here on the mold where the putty didn't clean off very well. And we've got some of those pinholes I'm not sure about. But I'm anxious to put this together. We'll see how we might be able to fix those. I'm not quite sure. I could do a little UV. I guess there's glue coming right out there. I'm going to try to get that off. Right out here. That's what I like about the E6000. There's a little glue goober here. I need something sharp. Did get carried away with the glue right here, didn't I? Lift that off. Good. Lift it out of there. I can't get into that space very well. I don't know if you can see me up top here. Just want to get some of that out. Peels off where you don't want it. I don't see any glue goobers except right here's one. In there doesn't matter. Use my fingernail a little bit. Okay, that should be, oh, it's on. If I can shift it just a skosh right there. Okay, I should have measured. I should have double checked this. Are we at 1.5? And a skosh. Yes. Yes. All right. There she is. Let's look at the lines. See how crooked? Not too bad. But, oh, I've got glue here because I shifted it. And hair, my hair. See, it rolls off. Rolls off like rubber. Good, 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 good. All right, let's put it back together. I think I'm going to use my B7000 for these smaller pieces. I might as well get that out of there. And hopefully that frame will look okay. All right, here we go. Definitely need to fix this. That looks pretty ugly. I'm just gonna grab some pieces. I didn't want to top coat because I didn't want to lose the I did not want to lose the, oh goodness, Billie, holographic in the mold that's on the top. Come on. I use a lot of this. I get it off of, you can get it off of Temu, but I do get it off of Amazon. And we're going to have the gaps, but I think that's okay. Try to make the gaps a little even. See? Oh, yeah, there we go. We're on our way now. My fingerprints on that, probably. Let me wipe this with a little bit of alcohol. Just a little bit of alcohol here. That could have been a mistake. My part on the resin, or the mold was dirty. Try to make sure your molds are clean when you pour, but there, you can see the iridescent in it. Do you have a very good view? Let's see. I can pull this forward a little bit. Oh, suction there. Oh, come on over. Put down a skosh. There we go. Let's get them in. Make sure you glue the right side, Billie. This is a beautiful mold. I did get it from Temu, so I need to find the link. One of my followers asked me about that last week, and I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you. but I will find the link. The hard part about Temu is that the right place? Sometimes they just sell out so quickly, and you can't find where you originally got it. And to be honest, they're a little bit of a pain in looking them up. Are we there? Yes. Wasn't sure. Whoop, almost dropped it. I should be smearing it, but I'm not gonna. Someone suggested that I UV in the gaps, and that could have been done, no problem, but the gaps, some had, brown, some, from the original pour, some didn't, some had gaps, so I just thought, heck, take them all out. I guess, and by golly, you go there. There we are. I hope that red on the frame isn't too much. And I should have painted the underside of the frame first, but I didn't. I just got carried away and went ahead and did the top, so I don't think I'm going to worry about painting the back of it, which is kind of not like me. I like everything finished off. But I can keep going here, and when I've got all the pieces in, I'll come right back to see you. Okay? Okay, these are all in, and I was looking around to see what in the world can I put in the center here. I did find some diamond dots, and I thought about trying to UV the top of the leaves to cover some of those pinholes, but actually I think I'm going to leave it as far as that goes. But I came across these from some diamond dot painting, and I'm not sure how this would look if I've got to cover that up. Just got to cover that up. I don't know if I could put a cluster of these alongside the little ones. And they're falling. Let me get my tweezers. Might help. I've got some clear ones too that I'm not sure will bring out the yellow. Whoops. But no, I just had them. Here they are. Hi, Annie. I don't think you need to be up here, my love. But anyway, I'm thinking just kind of group these in place. Maybe one in the middle and some little ones. Hi. Miss Annie, please don't walk on the paper part. After all of this, I don't need it buggered. I also went out and did another coat on the frame. But maybe if we do 6 or 7 of these, and then come out with the little ones on the side. Oh, I don't know. I don't know where my little diamond dot tray is. Had one handy. I was just playing with it last night a little bit. Let's put it in here. Don't know where I put it. So, for instance, fill in all of this yellow with these little diamond dots. Well, don't fall down in there, which I'm sure they will. Oh, oh, oh. Put them in this tray. But I might do that. Glue these down, play a little bit. Look at that big hole there. I could put some UV in there and fill that up. Or slide this over, cover it like that. Maybe I'll see how many of these I can squeeze in. Shall we try? If we go all the way around, I might have enough to do the entire center this way. I think that would work out. Bring some out to the edges and try to fill in. I kind of like that. Go over that hole. Come right to the edges. Let's see. I do have one of those little tubs over here. Let's just dump these in it. And see how well it'll look if I put them all down here. Then I'll go ahead and start gluing these. I think that would be better than trying to do both. The little ones and the bigger ones. And I'll just use the B7000. I don't know if I should work my way in or out. Oh, get up here. I had one of those pencils handy too. The little wax pencils. Let me go get that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Is just see if I can't start from the middle, work out to these tips. Let me grab my little one of these pencils. These wax pencils work really great. You just sharpen them as you go and they'll pick up your dots. So shall we do it, Annie? Let's just do it. Oh, and I found some green ones too. I don't know if it'd be too much to put a few of these on the tips of some of those obvious holes. I don't think it would hurt. Nothing at this point would hurt. So let's do it. Let's just do it. We'll start with some. Close as I can. All right. That's the ticket right there. Okay, and what would these look like? And I try to save these in the little bags and just tape them shut. Let's see what a few green ones might look like. If I can get a few off of here. They're stuck to the tape. What could we do? Like right here, that's got a big hole. I don't want to go too gaudy. And it's so easy to do, you know, to go really gaudy, like this area here. Just kind of cover that hole. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to get carried away. I'll try very hard not to get carried away with those. But let's look at these holes we have here. Now, I happen to have some upholstery tacks. These are a brown. They're kind of a dark brown. Oh, how do I open it? There we go. They're kind of a dark brown bronze, but perfect, I think. And I took my wire nippers and I just cut that wire piece off. I've got 4 right here. That way we can glue them down and make those holes look a little more centered. But with this, I'm going to have to go as close to the edge as I possibly can. So that's the only way they're going to stay down. See if I can do that without making a mess. Okay. Plop it in. I'm just going to eyeball center. Like so. I think that's good. Because they're off. I just put that off there. Go that way. Then I'm going to call this done once we put the frame in and the wire hanger. Be good to go. I'll try to center that a little bit. Oop, that hole's right there. Might not be able to center that one. Oh, I guess it isn't right there. I'll take a Q-tip with some alcohol on it. Clean that glue off. That looks pretty good. 2 more. Whoops. It's oozing out. Don't want any on the paper. Let's come over here. If I can grab it. Ooh, come on. Ooh, don't make a mess. Okay, that can just shimmy over a little bit. Like I said, I'm just eyeballing. And the last one. Alrighty. I'm going to put this up, let everything dry, and we'll get the frame on. There. That one can go over. Alright, that's where we are. So, let this set up. Do a little cleanup. I'm just going to put a few little greens where the obvious bad spots are on the leaves and get the frame, and I'll see you when we're ready to do all that. Oh, you're all crooked the whole time. You've been crooked. Look at this. Alrighty, there we go. Better? Alright, I'll see you in a little while. Bye. Love you, one. There you go. I think she's about done. I was able to put the little green rhinestones over some of the little bubble holes, and the tacks turned out nice. Everything is glued. I love the middle, how that turned out. And the frame is dry. Tilt that a little bit. So here we go. Just some spray paint and a red frame. I was able to save the gold gold trim. So let's get it in place. Look at that. I know you can't see it all the way, but it turned out really, really pretty. I'm going to try to flip this over without tearing anything, and we'll get this glass into place. Oops, where's that? And let's get the wire on. I have a scrap piece of wire. I believe this is, I don't think it's 18. I think this is 20. But we're just going to go ahead. And I could have replaced the wire with an alligator piece hanger on the top. This has a wrinkled piece. But I don't know if you can see me. I'm up and down here. Let's see if I can't pull this down. Where's my screw? Let's start with this one over here. I'm just gonna make sure this is tight. They're pretty tight. I don't think I could screw that in a little more. They're not going to pop out. They're in there pretty good, so they won't pop out. Let's just get a little piece of wire on that. I'm going to twist it. several times. And I'll get my other pliers here and try to squeeze that down because I didn't get very close. And, come on, Billy. That's on there pretty good. So flip that off. I'm not going to go very... Come on, get over the hook. That way, I'm not going to go very far. I'm just going to give it a little bit of play. I want it to go up like that. Bring it down so it's just shy of the picture frame. Probably about there. Let me fold this over. I'm going to cut this so I can wrap it easier. Now I know you can't see where I am. I can move you over. There we go. Get on the top. And twist. If you could twist, it's not going to go anywhere. Push this down a little bit. Guess I can't push it down. There we go, a little bit. If it moved at all. And clip this. Okay. Oh, there it is. There is. Oh, it's nice. It is nice. Let me raise you up a little bit. Let's see the hole. Is that as high as I can go? It'll look better once I get it on the wall. Pardon the jiggling. You know, this is manual. But there it is. Very pretty. All done. I'm not going to worry about anything else. The paper works perfectly. And it's a beautiful, beautiful red, brown, and green cross. Speaking of which, let me show you what I did with the little ones. I finished a few because I ran out of necklace attachments. But I had some suede strips here. I ran out of the pieces that attach to your suede, so I couldn't make any more. But I did do these three. Just with, oh, I had that metal rose, diamond, or cut diamond, cup diamond, and finished them off. That's just a little square black tile. That turned out real nice. I put some cup chain on this one. Like I said, I can't finish them all off, but there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, even though I messed it up. I know some of you said I didn't mess it up, but I messed it up. So, once again, please like, share, and subscribe this video. Thank you so much for watching. Take good care, my friends, and I'll say bye-bye with big hugs. Bye.